Hello everybody, Wolfwood the Third here, and welcome to what will be part 6 of my playthrough of Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders. Before we get started, I've just got a little footnote to make. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of a gap from where I left off last time to this time. Turns out my mic was set to mute, which, you know, that problem could have been overcome, and then I accidentally deleted all the videos. So basically we're missing a chunk between where you saw it last and basically me solving those puzzles that were there in the Carmichael Clark house. Okay, so what's happened so far? We've received another letter from the ABC murderer, and I'm just really figuring out where off I am. So let me just check this. If I've observed this, then I think we're... Let's check my notebook. So yeah, I think we've checked the letter.
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Yeah, we've told him to take notes. On what? I'm not quite sure yet. So, yeah, rather helpfully. Pretty sure
finished with this subject.
we're finished with that. It's not those. I'm supposed to be finding some papers or something. I'm not sure. Ah, yes, here we go. They're in my inventory. Use. Observe.
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
Okay, is there... What was the button? R1? Can we interact with this object? Doesn't look like we can fiddle around with that. Oh, not again.
Poor Mr. Poirot.
And that's the latest letter from the killer. Okay. Anything over here I can look at?
I lock my revolver in this drawer.
Good for you, Poirot. Guns are bad, okay? Let's see, what's
Now,
this over here?
down to work.
Aha! So for some reason these papers are over
One
here,
of
not
these
on his
needs
work desk.
putting in order,
I
Ali.
mean... whatever. Yeah, this game is needlessly complicated, I would say. That's the kind of feel I'm getting for this now. So, it looks like we've got to put the burned letter back together. So I'm going to start by... I'm going to do this like a jigsaw. You know, with corners first sort of thing. Okay, maybe that's in the right place. How on earth do I know? That looks like it should go up the top somewhere. So I can move these, but... it's not letting me use it. Can I use it here? This shredded letter? Nope. Let's try this one. Nope, that does nothing. Okay. Looks like that bit should go there. This bit's got to go up here somewhere, I should imagine. Oh, it looks like it's gonna... okay. Okay. It wants to be a wise guy about this.
It's so simple. This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay. Moving on this one. Goes there.
This page is child's play.
I'm glad you think so, Hercule.
This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
Yeah, so it looks like this one's gonna... might be a little trickier. Although I'm not sure, actually, now looking at it.
This piece should be placed here.
That one there.
This
Bien.
page is finished. Only one
Bien.
more. Keep going. This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
I'm glad he's so optimistic about this.
It's so simple. This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
Okay. So now we've got to use this. Okay. Suppose we've got to
bottle of
apply some
solvent.
to this piece of cloth over here.
A
It's not
bottle
wanting
of
to have it.
solvent.
Use it. Spill. Ah, there we go.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Use the cloth. Let's see what the result is.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings. Make a note. Mrs. Alisasha, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Comside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Okay, let's have a look at these papers.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis, causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, much to gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
I see, and that's our killer there, since we've been shown him already, which I don't really understand why.
Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, so that D guy should be the person we need to warn. So where do the burn documents come from? Asher's name on records. All victims suffered, I think is what we're looking for here. There we go.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Okay, so for any trophy whores out there, like myself, this is a good spot to back up your save file, because you've got a couple of options when you answer this telephone in a second. So I'm going to back up this save file now. Okay, so I'm just going to answer this telephone here now and go for one of the possible routes.
Hello,
here.
Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the
We
Black
are,
Swan
chaps. We
straight
are
away.
very sure of
The
ourselves.
owner is
We have
going to
worked
get a
this one
shock
out.
when he learns that there's a murderer
No
under
thanks
his
to you.
roof.
I'm going to
Chief
call
Inspector,
him.
I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
I want to speak to
No,
Dunbar.
it is you
Gotta
I wish
warn
to
him.
speak with.
But who is
I
this?
gotta warn
Cust?
him.
A crook.
Better
A
not freak him
crook?
out too much.
He seems such a decent chap. Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I
Why
do hope
is
you're
that
wrong.
man talking
Seems so
like
harmless,
a
you know.
northern robot?
Yes, completely harmless.
How strange.
We must not overestimate the danger.
I'm trying
After all, we
to
are
keep
not
him calm.
absolutely sure he is guilty.
Because the northern robots
What
might
should I
go
do?
into breakdown mode. Ask him to overpower him. Wow, that would be funny. keep an eye on him.
Watch him. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is heading. I'll call the police in Doncaster immediately. When they arrive, keep out of the way.
Oh, indeed. I shall keep out of the way. I have a bad heart, you see, and a big shot could kill me. Thank you for having warned me.
I wonder if we'd done all the other options, we would have killed him.
Hello, Poirot. We have
That
some
is
good
essentially
news.
what the
The police in
why you back up
Doncaster
your save
caught
there
our
and
man
try the
at
different
Black
options.
Swan
But
Hotel.
there you go.
They're sending him here by train. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bien. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Too many sweeties, Hastings. That is your problem. You munch them all the time. What is wrong with you? Ooh la la.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
Sip a beer there for the working man, as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say. Okay. Get inside of here. What's that woman doing over there? I better go and have a look. See. What? Something to observe.
It looks like I found the real master of this house.
Ah, there you go. Cat pictures. The look at that. You gotta love it. What's this? The Edwardian version of lolcats. I can have cheeseburger. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. I feel dirty now. A cushion with hairs.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Let's talk to this lady here.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jupp told me that you might be coming.
It just sounds a little bit drunk. Ooh.
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he
Wow,
got in
some of the
war.
voice acting on this has been
His head hasn't
absolutely
been quite
atrocious.
right
This
since
lady
he
is a case in
said.
point.
And
I don't
then he was in
understand. Just
Churston when
like
that
reading
millionaire
without
got
stopping.
murdered. I
Northern
found his train
robot.
ticket
I
when
don't know.
washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Do you think it was blood?
Well, when I saw them, I thought, look, he spilled his wine or his soup all over himself. But now that I think about it, well, they did look like blood.
Got used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always on well-on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in
wacky
Andover
voiceover.
and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th.
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhurst by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Let's observe her.
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Yeah, you know, why should she be anything but happy, considering she is renting out a room to a serial killer? Yeah, you go ahead, love. You keep peeling potatoes.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She is working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel.
Okay. So, let's take that key.
I should check the register.
Something to look at here as well.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room.
Yeah, I know. He rents his room for a year. I'm
The
still
truth is
looking.
becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder.
Who are Mr.
Room
Fishman?
306 is Cuff's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Custer was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
Poor Mr. Fishman. He's been kicked out of his underwater lair, and you know, we all know it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Be understanding, indicate that it's illegal. Ah, I'll be nice to
It
the
doesn't
soppy old
matter,
cow.
provided that you remembered to change the sheets.
Oh, do you think so?
Perchance that was the wrong thing to say. Okay, time to go upstairs. Why I need my hand to go up the stairs is anybody's guess. Okay. What have we got here?
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
Blood. Ooh la la. Mon Dieu. And various other cliche French expressions. Let's have a look in his closet. He's trapped in his closet. Stuck in his closet. Let's see.
Trousers, white
Oh, he's got a
shirts.
midget hidden in there.
Everything has been washed very well. Bexhill daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards.
Let's look over here. We can take these, can we?
Laudanum Cameron's chemists.
Laudanum.
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. This subject would probably be used.
Yeah, I should say so. Keep that, a little bit of laudanum. When Poirot can't get to sleep that evening. Where the hell is my... I can't find the cursor. It's disappeared. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, that was a worry. Sedative. I want to take this as well. Why not?
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative.
Well, it does
This
say
subject
that
would
on the
probably be
bottle.
useful to me.
Oh my sweet lord. Poirot is... I don't even know. Alright, so we got both of them. Let's have a look at the bed. Yeah, with the magic captain's what?
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Okay, bed observed. What else is there for us to look at?
War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished. An army dispatch,
See.
wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Let's have a look at this desk now.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester.
Silky Legs.
To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House.
I want to work for Silky
1935,
Legs.
May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get... This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
So she knocked over a bottle of ink while she was cleaning and didn't clean it up. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Well done, Poirot. Moron.
It's an ABC.
Let's have a look at this knife.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. The subject would probably be
Definitely.
useful to me.
Better keep that for self-defense.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Okay. I want the typewriter ribbon. What do I do? What do I do?
The ribbon is jammed. I have to start by freeing it.
Okay.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Very good.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Excellent.
Something is blocking the ribbon. Something is blocking the ribbon.
All right.
Something is blocking the ribbon. Something is blocking.
Okay, that's getting really old,
Something is
Poirot.
blocking. And here is the ribbon.
Success!
Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC. I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
It's not looking good, Cust. It's not looking good. And at this point in England, there was still a death penalty. So you gonna hang, boy? You gonna swing? Right, okay. Look at boxes on floor.
It's
Have a
closed.
look.
ABC
It is
guys.
closed.
Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Good grief.
It's closed.
What should we look at then?
ABC guy.
Seen one of two things. Hang on. Let's see if the knife can open it. Da-da-dum.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than stockings. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Bexhill paper. Room rented out. Cust was
The
probably in
register
Bexhill then.
that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Then let's get the Huaro out of here. The Huaro.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Oh, it's our old
Good
friend
evening,
Jack.
Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster.
I have established one fact. On 3
listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt. Cust is guilty.
That is what we're going to look. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? Okay, so... well, he was there. He was there. And he was there. What? Cust was in Bexhill. Cust was in Andover. Okay, I put the wrong thing in there, I think. There we go. He was in all of the towns. Are there any common points between Cust and Le Killer? Well, I think so. Letters from his typewriter, no? He had all them ABC guides. And that blooming great knife. Is Cust's behaviour suspicious? Well, he keeps the newspapers. He lied to me. Always a mistake. Had blood on him. Guilty.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cuts Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible.
How convenient.
Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
I don't think we have, you buffoon. Okay, and I'm going to bring this part of our Let's Play to a close. Thank you very much to anyone who stayed with me throughout the duration of the whole thing. As ever, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Godspeed, Wolfwood, out.